The older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing that my success is not the most important thing to me, which is a crazy thing to say because I'm someone who's a very ambitious person. I always have been. I've always wanted to achieve the most and get the best grades and have that life that I envision for myself in my head. But what is it really for? I've always had an end in sight, you know, it's always been the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and whatever goal it is that I'm trying to reach, that's what's keeping me going. But the more I go through hardship and the more I experience things, I think I'm starting to realize that it really is the people around me that are what are keeping me sane and what are keeping me alive. No matter what happens to me, whether I'm going through a breakup, I'm having a hard time, or things are just not going the way I want, my friends are always there to pick me up, and I really think I've taken that for granted up until now. Having people around you who know you and who understand your experiences and like you and love you enough to care about your thoughts and to just let you come over and just sit in their house and just talk about something, even if it's the 8th time you've talked about it, it's something that is really rare and it's not something that everybody does have. And I really am starting to realize that maybe it's not about having the best car, having the best apartment, being in the best city in the world, having the best job. Maybe it really is just about being happy. If I don't do something in my day that is productive, normally I feel really shit about myself, honestly. I feel like I've underachieved, I feel like I haven't done enough for myself, I'm not working towards my goals, my future. But what really is the point of working towards all of your goals if you don't have anyone to share it with? Imagine you get the big job, you know, you move to New York, you have the best apartment, you have the best office, and you have all the best people around you in your job, and you work on a project and you get the best thing that comes out of that project and the outcome is amazing and everyone is so happy for you, and then you clock out at 5 p.m. and you go home and you don't have anyone to celebrate it with. Obviously being by yourself is okay and that is really important as well, but I just think for me, I'm really coming to terms with the fact that I want to be around my friends. I want to be around people who I love and that like me and that bring me joy and make me feel happy to be alive and make me want to wake up every day. I think we've been fed a narrative of if you're not always working towards something, then you're not a good person and you're not going to be a successful person. But I do really think some of the most successful people in the world have got there because they have people around them who are motivating them to get there. My friends push me to be a better person, and the people around me who I admire the most make me want to be like them, you know? Like, I have friends who are so compassionate, and that makes me want to be more compassionate and listen to them even more and try and understand that and try and become a better person in that way. And I think that that really is just the human experience. For me, I think communication and community is the most important thing in our lives. Like, we're the only animal or like the only being on this earth that really can be creative and create things, you know? Like, other animals, they wake up, they eat, they do the thing they need to do to get the job done, but we have the freedom and the autonomy to create things, to be creative, to think about things, to have a community, to build things, and to just have fun. Like, do things that we just think are fun, even if it has no purpose. Maybe going to the pub at the end of the day has no purpose, but the purpose is that there is no purpose. Not everything has to have a great big massive success story at the end of it. Some things are literally just there to make you happy and to make you have a good life, and that is what it is about. When you get to the end of your life, I'm 1000% sure you're not going to sit there and go, damn, I wish I spent more time working on that goal. I wish I spent more time in the office. And maybe, yeah, there are things in your life that you have to do just for your sake of sanity. Like, some things that you just are like, that's my goal, that's the thing I want to achieve, and I'm going to do that. Yes, that is great, that is perfect. Everyone should have that, and everyone deserves to have something that is motivating them like that. But at the same time, everyone also deserves to feel loved, and everyone also deserves to have a person near them who makes them want to wake up in the morning and makes them want to be happy and be a better person. And I think that is really truly a goldmine, and if you have that, you should be very grateful for that. People will come and go in your life all the time. The people that you have now might not be here in 10 years, or you might have different people, or you might have the same people but in different capacities, and I think that's okay too. I think all it is just allowing yourself to grow as a person and just being around people that in the time make you feel good and make you want to become better, and, you know, not necessarily taking things from them, but just learning from them, listening and learning and being a compassionate, open human being, and allowing yourself to just take in all of the energy around you and just enjoy people's presence. That is really important. I think it's also very important to note that when you're young, you're gonna be stupid, and realistically you're gonna fall in love at some point, and whether that's 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, it doesn't matter, because however many times God or the universe wants to send you this lesson until you learn it, that is okay. You should not beat yourself up about that. But for me, what I have taken from it is, no matter how bad people will do you, like, no matter how much people can change on you and you can think you know a person and they change on you, if you have people around you who are like a rock to you, who you know that no matter what happens, no matter who breaks up with you, no matter what you do, they will be there to hear you out about it, that will change your being. That is what will make you believe in love. It is not the romantic relationships when you're young that will make you believe in love. No matter what the movies tell you, I don't care. It's not about the men, you guys. It is literally about your friends. And I'll admit it, you know, I'm not perfect and nobody is. And there have been times where I've had a boyfriend and it's made me not go and see my friends as much, which is completely valid. Like, everyone goes through those phases, and when you're in love with someone, you just want to be around them all the time, and like you fit your schedule to theirs, and that's completely understandable. But at the end of the day, when I've broken up with these people and things have gone awry, who has been there to pick me up at the end of the day? My friends. No matter what happens, no matter if I haven't seen them in months, if I haven't seen them in days and weeks, whatever it is, if I text them and I say, I need to talk to you, I'm having a really bad day, like we broke up, they will be there for me. And I think that that is true love. Love is not your boyfriend texting you at 2 a.m. saying that he misses you because he's drunk. Love is your friends picking you up on a random Thursday and saying, hey, let's go get coffee, let's go get a blind box, let's go shopping, and we'll make you feel better about this, and letting you talk about that stupid ass man all day long, no matter how many times they've heard it. That is love, okay? And I do not care what anyone says. When I was younger, I used to really romanticize relationships, and I always wanted to be in love because I just am someone who likes talking, I like communicating, I like relationships, like whether that's a friendship kind of relationship or a romantic relationship. I just love being around people. And so I think for me, I always kind of really had a focal point on that and just really harped on the fact that I needed to be around someone who loved me like that and who thought about me every single waking moment of every single day. But when I actually think about it now, those people are my friends. Those people are not the men that have come into my life and have left inevitably. Those people are the girls who have stood by me and gone clubbing with me and gone to a coffee shop with me and gone on a drive with me at 2 a.m. Those people are real, and those are the people who are going to be with me forever. Like, at the end of the day, I don't know right now who my husband is going to be, but I could tell you every single one of my bridesmaids and where they're going to be stood and what they're going to be wearing and how they're going to be cheering me on. And I think that is so much more important. And being 22 is such like a crazy age. Like, Taylor Swift in her Red album, she captured the feeling perfectly. Like, one minute you're like, yes, I'm having the best time ever, I'm 22, I love my life, and the next minute you're like crying on the floor, like, why doesn't he love me, I'm unlovable, I'm never going to find a man. And it's like, why do we care so much? Why do we care? Like, I literally don't know why I've ever cared so much about finding someone to love me like that, because my friends literally do that for me. If I post a picture on Instagram, all of them are there. If I post a TikTok, they're all there. Like, if I do anything, all my friends are there cheering me on and supporting me, and I'm so grateful for that. And that's why I said that I don't think success is the most important thing, because obviously that's what I want. Like, I'm doing this for a reason. I'm obviously so passionate about it and I want to be successful in it. But at the end of the day, who are the people who have been there for me throughout all of it? You guys, my friends. And I bet you're fucking watching this video right now, like, this is what I'm talking about. I love having a community, and I love having people who lift me up and who I can lift up. And when I see them fall and I help them get back up again and see them succeed, that is just as fulfilling, if not more fulfilling, as when they do it for me. You know, it's reciprocated, and I think that that is a really special bond that you can not really find with a lot of people. So if you do have that, you need to hold on to it. And if I give any advice to any young girl who is watching this, please, for the love of God, do not cancel your Friday night plans to go and see your boyfriend. Go to the party with your friends. Go out with your friends. See your friends, because those are the people who are going to be there for you when you and your boyfriend break up. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to hear it. He's different. I love him. I get it. I get it, girl. I've been there 3 times, and it's okay to think that. But I'm just telling you, please, let your friends take care of you and take care of them, because I've seen so many people get a boyfriend over and over and over again, and they keep doing this cycle, which we've all done at some point, where you do leave your friends for your boyfriend or you don't see them as much or whatever, and then when you break up and you go out to your friends and then you go out with your boyfriend again and then you stop seeing them again and then you go back and and you do this back and forth, there will come a point where your friends will just say, do you know what, we're actually not your friends anymore, because you don't do this for us and we do it for you. And you have to get to a point where you understand that if you want to be in a community, you have to be part of that community. Like, you cannot be part of the village if you don't want to be a villager. Be there for your friends, be compassionate, be loving, be caring, be part of a community of women that will lift you up, and you will succeed at everything you want to succeed at. And you will have a big crowd behind you cheering for you. I am literally in the world's most random spot right now, but I'm actually kind of loving it. I would love to sit here and tell you that I have everything figured out, but I do not. And I don't think anybody does, and if they do tell you that, then I think that they're lying, because life is not about knowing everything, it is about experiencing everything, and the lessons that you learn are things that you might forget, you know, and you might pick back up later in life. And I don't think anyone can be perfect in any way, but I think when it comes to friendships and being a part of a community, the best thing you can do is just try and be there for people, just try and show up for people, and they will do the same for you. And if you haven't found your community yet, don't think that you're never going to find people, because you definitely will, as long as promise you, just put yourself out there. Like, just be an open person, you know. When people want to talk to you, don't try and be what you think they want you to be. Just be yourself, be the person that you want people to like, because otherwise you're just going to find people who like the version of you that you're portraying and not people who actually like you as a person, which will mess you up, and they will not be long-standing friendships. If you find people who actually like you for you, then you're golden. Lately I've been doing a lot of introspection on myself, and I think maybe I have been a little bit of a selfish person in terms of like just seeing myself as this like really important person, and like everybody obviously does it. Like, you are the main character of your own life, so obviously you're going to be thinking about yourself the most out of anyone. Sometimes it's nice to just come to terms with the fact that maybe you aren't a perfect person, and maybe the things that you do aren't necessarily always the right thing to do. And I think having friends around you who are really admirable and people around you who you look up to can really help you change that. I have friends who I look at and I think, wow, you're so patient, you know, and I'm not like that at all, but I'm trying to be because of them, you know, because they push me to be that. And I look at them and I think, wow, I want to hang out with you because of all these attributes that you have, so let me try and be that for you. Let me try and be that for myself as well, you know. I love people so much. I love talking, and I just think the best way to learn anything or to become better as a person or have a better life is to talk to people and just hear people out and just listen to people and experience people, like experience people's energy and just understand, like, wow, you're so interesting to me, why? Like, I'd love to know why, and ask people questions about themselves. Like, sometimes when I meet a new person, I just sit there and I try and just listen to them and not really impart my own experiences, because sometimes it can get a little bit like of like a little like ping pong situation where it's like, I've done this, I've done this, and I've done this, and I've done this, and I hate that. I really think that when you meet someone new, it should more just be like, let me just listen to you talk and hear what you're about, and then maybe you can listen to me talk and hear what I'm about, but let's just see what the vibe is, rather than me trying to be like, I'm really cool because of this, like, you should like me because of all of these reasons. Like, no, let's just find out organically if we like each other based on your coolness, you know, based on your vibe, based on the things that you like, and what do you like to do, who do you like to be, what's your goals, you know, like asking real questions and not just like trying to be someone who you think people will like, because that's just never gonna work. I always wanted to move as far away as physically possible from my hometown, but now I'm starting to think that maybe that's not what success looks like for me. I'm starting to think that success for me looks like maintaining all of my friendships and growing my community more and just understanding people and starting conversations, you know. That's why I'm here making videos, because I just want to have a community, and that doesn't necessarily mean running away for me. Sometimes it means standing really still and being grounded, and I think I've really learned that lately, and I'm really proud of myself for that, actually. And I think showing up for yourself as well and having the trust that you do the things that you say you're going to do is also a really great part of it, because it's like the same thing with community, you know, like if you tell your friends you're going to do something for them, you should do it, unless like crazy circumstances happen. Like, you should be able to show up for a friend's birthday party, or you should be able to show up for your friends in XYZ way, and like if you do that for yourself, then you'll be able to do that for them, you know. Like for me today, I really wanted to make a video, but I was just not feeling the vibe, like I was not feeling inspirational, I didn't know what to talk about, so I was just driving around, whatever, and then I passed this beautiful spot and I was like, right, stop all of this dilly-dallying, stop all of this procrastination, just stop, park up, get out your car, set up your tripod and film a video. And look at me now, look what I'm doing. I'm trusting myself because I told myself I would do the thing, and I'm doing it, and that makes me feel really happy. And so now I know if I can show up for myself in this way, then I can show up for all of my friends and my community in this way, and that is truly important. I'm not making these videos because I think I have any sort of profound meaning to my life or profound understanding of anything. I'm literally just doing it because I want to start a conversation. Like, I just want to talk, and I love talking, and I think if I can build something that is based on my love of that, my love of communication, then that would be amazing. I think if you've got a gift, or if you've got something that you love to do and you're passionate about and you think you're really good at, you should take advantage of that. But none of it would mean anything if I didn't have my friends. Thank you so much for watching my video. Hopefully this meant something to somebody. I know what I'm trying to say, and I feel like sometimes maybe it doesn't come across in the way that people would expect or people would understand, and I think that's okay, because the right person who needed to hear this will understand what I'm talking about. If you like this video, please subscribe. It supports me so much, and leave a comment please, because I would love to talk to you and hear about your experiences. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.